afternoon, sir.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
I'm Sean. How are
My
you?
name is Magdaleno. Nice to
Magdaleno.
meet you.
Nice
and
to meet
welcome
you,
to Belize
Enter.
SpiceFarm.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay. So this
So
is
beautiful.
our main restaurant. We have seatings for about more than 30 people here. And we also have our spice shelf. And this is where we have different spices that we grow and we process here on the
On
farm.
property?
Yes, sir.
Everything.
Natural,
Everything here.
organic.
100%.
100%. Yeah.
Now try to get a welcome drink.
Welcome drink? You gotta get welcome drink.
Hi, Sean.
And also, 90% of this building you can see is built out of teak lumber that is grown here on the farm.
Teak.
Yes, sir. It's built here, so we don't buy anything. All these furnitures you can see are woods that we grew, and we mill them here, we dry them out, and we make our own furniture.
And it's beautiful.
So
How many acres here?
we have about 500 acres. 420 acres are covered by oranges, and the rest is in spice. We're not huge in spice, just about 10 acres of black pepper and about 6 acres of vanilla. And the rest,
Vanilla.
yes, sir, vanilla. And the rest is smaller, and we still have some of the property that is not being used up as yet.
So we get to tour the farm?
You will.
So,
I can't
And
wait.
also, the farm is owned by Dr. Thomas Matthew and Mrs. Matthew, who is originally from Kerala, India.
and which village is this again?
This is Golden Stream Village.
Stream,
Golden
Toledo.
Stream Village, Toledo. Please be careful, watch your heads and your steps when stepping in. You can come all the way to the front if you'd like, where we have some nice views as well.
Excellent. Thank
Welcome.
you.
I know you've been sitting in this fancy van with the air condition on this paved road coming down to Belize SpiceFarm, right? Well, for right now, it's going to be a bumpy ride. But take into
Wala man.
consideration it's a farm road. But
Right.
also, it's going to be a complimentary massage from Belize SpiceFarm as well.
Not everybody the massage.
The whole back, everywhere,
back,
okay?
yeah.
All right, guys, so we're going to look at some beautiful flowers in this area here. This is where we got some lotus. Lotus, beautiful flowers. We have a pink color and we also have a white color. And these flowers here, they're not native, they're brought over from like China, and these are Asian flowers. But for us, we're only using it as ornamental. But the Asian community, they love them. They collect the roots and the pods and they're eatable.
Chloe, water.
Yeah, you can see they have these like showerhead ornaments, so I call them as a showerhead flowers.
Yeah.
Because of this showerhead ornaments here. It's not common. It's only about basically found here in SpiceFarm. If other people have it, it's because they brought it from us
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
native to Belize.
Yeah. So this is our lotus. And also these arches, you can see they're covered by different vines. The reason why we're doing it this way is because we're hosting special events such as wedding, anniversary, birthday parties, and etc. So it's a place where someone can come and say, I do, I won't, or I will never, or I was sorry. Alright? So that's why we're building it this way. Now if you look on this pond right here, look at these beautiful, beautiful water lilies in that area there.
It's a leaf, boy.
It is a leaf. That flower there, or that water lily, is called as a Victoria water lily. Victoria water lily. You can see a little bit into the water. There is some like huge pods coming up. That's the flowers for this plants right here. And it's going to be very, very huge and white in color. And it's going to have an aroma like a jasmine aroma. Very, very aromatic. You can smell it from a distance here. So it's a huge flower. Very, very beautiful.
What kind of tree this?
That's mango tree, man. That's very, very common, you know.
I didn't know that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know what it is.
It's mango, man. Alright? So these are mango plants right here. Now, earlier I told you that 90% of this building that we were in earlier is built out of teak lumber that is grown here on the farm. So all these trees with the big leaves right there, along those fences, those are teak trees right here. And as I said, it's not native, it's brought over from Asia. But these are hardwood and expensive wood as well. Yeah. And most people use them like for building decks on boats because they believe it's water resistant as well. So even these trolleys you can see here is built out of teak lumber that we grow here on the farm. So we make our own stuff here. We don't really buy furniture. Everything is made here on the farm. And also we have another hardwood coming in front of us, which is called Santa Maria as well. Very hardwood as well, okay? So that's what we do here on the farm with these trees. But as I said, they're very slow growing plants. So it takes us about 20 to 25 years for it to be fully mature in order for us to take them down and make these nice furnitures here.
How long has this farm been here?
It's about 25 years.
This farm?
This farm is about 25 years. But tourism is or the SpiceFarm is about 12 years old, and tourism is about 6 years as well. So we're still new in tourism, but as we can see, every year we keep growing and growing and growing.
And improving.
And it's improving. Even the restaurant right there, we didn't have that fancy restaurant before. We have a very tiny little restaurant. I wouldn't call it as a restaurant right now. I basically call it as a storeroom, because right now that fancy building right there just impress everything. At the moment anyone walk into that building and
wow.
look, that seal right there, the first thing that goes into their mouth is wow. I'm like, you know, it's such a beautiful building.
Yeah.
Even myself, I wish it can have it for my home as well.
Yes.
You know? But
Right.
I
I
wish
think
one day
all
the
of us-
owner would say it can be yours. Alright, so guys, we also have some fruiting trees in this area. We have lychee, we have rambutans, we have canicel, we also have jackfruit. Now, jackfruit is one of the biggest fruits here
Where's the
on the
jackfruit
farm.
tree?
This tree right here, coming right in front of us, you can see the sign right
yes,
there.
Oh, yes.
Jackfruit. This little plant here is being grafted, so that's why it has already produced huge fruits. You make nice ice cream out of them.
Yes.
You can make chips out of them.
I've seen the chips.
Very tasty.
It looks like a breadfruit.
breadfruit, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
Except
ugly
that-
cousin.
Except that the jackfruit is much bigger than these breadfruits right there. So those are the jackfruit. Now, so we have turmeric. Now in Belize we don't call them as turmeric, right? We call them yellow ginger.
Yellow ginger,
Yellow ginger.
yes,
Because
we
it's
say
in
that
the
much.
ginger family, and what it does is basically a colors meal, especially like in curry rice, curry chicken, shrimp, pork. So it gives you
I
that
don't want
yellow
that kind of
color,
food.
right?
Give me the local food now. Where they use that for that put that word out.
Oh, a lot of stuff.
What
Sean.
are them?
Like East Indian dishes.
What are
East-
them?
Huh?
Takari, like.
Kapakari. So that's how they use these guys right there. And it takes us 6 months for propagation, okay?
Breadfruit?
Oh,
But
yes.
aside from using this plant here as a spice, it is highly used for medicinal as well.
Yes.
Used for inflammation. Yeah.
Really?
So what people do, instead of taking the capsule that's made out of turmeric, they make gold coffee. In the morning, makes a cup of
Right.
coffee, take a tiny little amount of turmeric, mix it there, drink it in the morning, just for medicinal use. Powerful. And this plant here is become very famous.
So it's a root?
It's a root.
I must think, yeah.
Yeah, it's a root. So we'll dig out the roots and then we'll boil them, so dry them, and powder them, and that's how we get turmeric powder.
Perfect.
Very. And I know you know to use it very good as well,
I
right?
try.
Yeah.
You don't know, I
Come on. Alright, so that's our turmeric right there, guys, okay? And then we also have different flowers. We have these heliconia flowers right there, and these are all basically ornamental plants, beautification plants, yeah, just to beautify the jasmine flowers as well. So the jasmine and the bougainvillea will meet up together. Then we have Shura's flowers, then the commercial nursery right there. That is where we propagate for expansion of the farm and also for commercial uses as well. We hope one of these days now that people will make their own spice farm as well. And that's the main objectives
Goal.
as well, yeah, the main goals here. What we do with these grass here on the farm is that we extract oil from them, and the oil we use for insect bites, and the water will mop our floors with them. Now after we have mopped our floor, it will remind us of this furniture polish they call lemon pledge. But we don't want to use any kind of chemicals on our fancy floors, so we use the water for these guys right here. Very high in aroma.
We don't call this lemongrass.
We call it fever grass. Fever grass. Yeah. And again, it's used for tea. A lot of good stuff with these guys. A lot of this grass goes into Asian cooking as well.
Right.
But we prefer to keep it Belizean for tea, no?
Yeah.
Moringa.
Oh, lemon.
Moringa is not really a spice plant, but it's more like a medicinal plant.
What's it used for?
It's used for treating diabetes, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol.
It's called the tree of life.
Tree of life or a miracle plant because it helps you cure many, many illnesses as well. So what we do here on the farm is we use them like within salads and also
You eat this?
you can eat it.
Just like that?
Yeah.
Well, set me up here, Michelle. Check.
No, come on. It's very tasty. It doesn't have much aroma, but the aftertaste has like a burning sensation in the back of the throat.
Why would I want a burning sensation in my throat?
So that you can clear up your throat as well. Yeah, so that's for moringa. But as I said, we use it for tea.
Why? Whatever he brought there smell way up there.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. This right here is it's called our tulsi, or also known as a holy basil as well.
Tulsi?
Tulsi.
Tulsi?
Common basil. You can, if you break the leaf, you can smell the high a minty aroma as well. It has like a mint. It's like in the mint
Yeah.
family.
This I could eat.
That you can eat as well.
With pesto.
Yeah.
Margarita pizza.
Hey, Dios.
Right?
Oh, Serena sauce.
Yeah. Now this one here is called curry. Now
Curry
earlier,
what?
curry plant. This is a curry plant.
Ooh.
You have very, very
Smell it.
high in aromatic aroma as well, and very, very spicy though. Very spicy, especially when we
wow.
prepare like soups or stews with them. Got a high taste. Yeah, curry
So
leaf.
you dry this first?
Yeah, we dry them, or you can use it fresh as well. It's like using it as bay leaf as well. Like
I
using-
see a guava tree over there.
yeah, you gotta pass there. Don't worry.
And this one?
This one is called tropical oregano.
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 Oh,
What?
honey, baby.
Yeah, if you're a pasta lover, it reminds you of your pasta meat sauce.
Pasta meat sauce?
Spaghetti meat pasta.
Oh, yes.
Spaghetti meat sauce, right? Yeah. Spaghetti bolognese, right?
Remind me of black beans, why?
Yeah.
And this one is?
This one is allspice.
Oh, wow.
Why?
It's one of our native spice here in Belize. You can pretty much find it anywhere in the wild or even in the Maya ruins. You can find these
We
guys
use the
right there. We use the leaf like bay leaf, especially when we're preparing like fish. But also
Okay.
the wood as well. You can use the wood, especially when you're smoking meat. It has a nice
this.
aroma, especially like for
Smell amazing.
smokers.
Nobody, a lot of people don't know this is not meat.
Nobody
Would you
knows
know that this
a
is
lot.
not-
No.
Yeah. So
So we just use the
Look
seeds?
how pretty.
you get two spices from this plant here.
Okay.
Two different spices. You have the maize and the nutmeg right there. So the maize is a red rubbery looking substance covering that nutmeg right there.
Caribbean, they use maize for stews and
For
stuff.
stews,
So
yeah.
they would dry it.
We dry it here and we use it like for seasoning and cooking meats as
So
well.
this is maize.
That's maize. And then
you will
nutmeg.
break this.
If you break it right now, it's basically like jellies right in there.
Nice
Right.
and fresh.
Yes, nice and fresh.
Not like when come out
So
of
you
the
dry
bottle,
it?
it dry up.
We dry them. We dry these guys.
Okay.
And they take about 4 or 5 weeks for it to be properly dry before we can market them. I see, as I
Wow.
told you, it's like jelly in there. But
So-
if you dry it, then there's little jellies in there with form into like a ball, and that's what we get our nutmeg right there. So we keep
Smell
it
like
very
Christmas.
fresh. Christmas, right? So as I said, we need a male and a female for these plants. The reason why is because the male and the female, they produce tiny little bloomings every 3 months. But eventually what takes place is that the male plant will not produce no fruit. So we don't get anything from the fruit from the male, only from the female. So the ratio for these plants here is 1 male enough to pollinate about 20 to 25 female plants.
Sound like somebody not going straight.
It's right here. So, 6 acres of vanilla. As I said a little bit earlier, it's native to Belize, so we can find them anywhere in the wild. Now, in the wild, it's a mystery for us. We're not sure what's the natural pollinator for these orchids here. But we know for a fact that there is no bee, hummingbird, or insect can pollinate these vanilla flowers. No, they are protected by a certain protection, so that's why it's difficult for anything to get there. So what we do with our toothpick is we remove that protection and gently slide the male to the female, and the female will eventually loop over the male, and we stick them together. And that's how we get these guys
Let me tell you something.
pollinated.
In the culinary world, if I go like this, you know how many chefs in the world don't have the privilege of
Doing this?
You see this here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how much it costs right here? That's vanilla. One of the world's most
expensive spice. It's the second expensive spice on the world market after
I guess I
saffron.
was just going to saffron is
Yeah.
the number one, it's most expensive as
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And as a chef in my country, to say this is a native orchid of my country, darling. We are here at Golden Stream in Toledo District. That's a village here in Toledo District at the SpiceFarm of Belize. One of the only ones in the south, I would say probably in the whole country. And we're here with Mr. Matthew and his wife, Tessie.
Yeah, so we've just had an exquisite experience, a very eco-friendly and original idea. Tell us how you thought of it.
Well, we came to Belize in '89 and as tourists. And when we came here, we were so impressed with the country. It looked so much like the place we grew up. So we thought, why not?
Yeah.
Why not start a spice farm? And Belize really didn't have all the spices we have it in Kerala, which is Malabar Coast. The original place for spices where Mr. Columbus tried to find.
Oh.
So we came here and we imported spice plants from Kerala. And right now we have a pretty big spice farm.
I'll tell you as a chef, it's just truly amazing to find vanilla, to find cardamom, cinnamon. People don't know what these things look like in the country. We only know it from the bottle on a supermarket. So to see that on my hands, I still smell vanilla. I mean, that's impressive to me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are happy we have vanilla. We produce a lot. It's very expensive, and our staff is very knowledgeable. And they know how to pollinate, how to take care of it, how to cure them. And we have vanilla is highly demand. We cannot even keep it on the shelf.
That's great.
And you know, we're talking about so many spices, but is there any spice that you want to start to plant here that you haven't already?
I would say we probably have almost all the major spices in the world, like cardamom, cinnamon, and of course all spices from Central America. And clove, we really could not do clove. Clove need to be up in the mountains. Everything else we have.
Excellent.
How many plants do you have? How many spices here on it?
We have to start counting.
Yeah.
We have black pepper, probably number 1.
Yeah.
Vanilla, number 2. Cardamom 3, nutmeg.
Allspice.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon, of course, and allspice.
And then you have, of course, the turmeric and all these.
Then we have turmeric and many other things which probably come under spices. Curry leaves, and oregano.
So if people don't know, Belizeans do, when they pass and come to this place, you also have a restaurant.
Yes, sir.
And your restaurant cooks almost 100% from the farm.
Exactly. The spices we from the farm we collect and we use it in our restaurant. And our guests appreciate that.
And not only that, you guys mentioned that you have oranges and different fruits, so we get it fresh in the restaurant as well.
Well, basically, it's not only a spice farm; it's a botanical garden. So we have water plants, water lilies, including Victoria from Amazon, and different colors of water lilies. And then we have so many different kind of fruits from all over the world. And currently, we are trying to put labels on each one of them and open this place for tourists.
Yes.
Excellent. And tourists from abroad and from Belize as well, because we can tour our own country.
Exactly. We have a lot of Belizeans coming all the way from Orange Walk and, of course, Toledo.
And you package and sell the spices? Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. So how do we find you? Facebook?
You can go online, BelizeSpiceFarm.com, and from there you can go into Twitter, and Twitter will have all the latest pictures, and of course Facebook.
Okay. And you're open every day?
We are open every day from 7:30 to 3:30. We can open it other hours if you make a reservation. We can do that.
Simply.
Perfect.
I can't tell you. I mean, Golden Stream Village. It's almost it rains here. Everything grows.
Everything grows.
It's very much.
You have to keep something from growing because they're always growing.
That's. I mean, nature is just beautiful. So with that, we shall say thank you.
Yes, thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much.
We
Appreciate you
hope
coming.
Belizeans
Yeah,
come
thank
to the
you.
Toledo district, come to the Spice Farm. And you know, you see things that you never know we have in Belize.
Yes.
And with that, we shall say, Belize,
Belize,
Make
make
me
we
go.
go.